Transition.
Childhood idol growing up. I
I
loved
have
that.
s-
movie. I
I have
saw
So
Bring It
so
On
much.
for the first time and fell in
we are
love.
live.
You're talking
We're
about
live.
we're live.
Your mom's
We
alive.
are
Just
Just because we're
live.
live
No
doesn't mean
lie.
that I can't talk about Kirsten Dunst, the hottest fucking actress to ever be in the history of fucking Hollywood cinema. I'm just saying, Bring It On's the greatest movie of all time. It's a fact. It's not even an opinion. Bring It On's the greatest movie of all time.
Greatest movie of all time. Oof. We'll
Yeah,
go there.
it's
There's a
okay
whole
for you to be
academy of
wrong.
people.
It's okay to be wrong. Bring It On's the
You-
greatest movie of all time.
you're off-
Followed
you're often wrong,
closely by
you know?
The Godfather Part 2. And the only reason we're having this discussion is because it's Monday night, bitches, which means it's time for the Degenerates with Dice Monday Night RPG Talk Show with Joe,
Hey everybody.
with Jen, with
Hi.
Kristen,
Hi.
and with the internet's favorite
That's
dipshit,
favorite dipshit.
this motherfucker, president of the Kirsten Dunst and Bring It On fan club. That's right. I said, brr. It's cold in here.
cold
I
in
said
here.
there must be some Toros in the atmosphere. I said,
Okay.
wee-oh.
Okay. To the topics. To the topics at hand. So today we're going to be
What is the
talking
topic at
about
hand?
what is considered a gamer. So what is a gamer? Like because everyone has a different definition of that. I need to put my camera down a little bit. And then how much does it take to be a gamer? And then if we have time, we're going to talk about emergency protocols at the table. You should all have them, but we will get into that here in a second. This is the Monday Night RPG podcast. First things first, let's talk about gaming wins. Who would like to go first for the gaming wins?
I'll
That
go.
Jen.
So my gaming
Group
win
chat
is
coming
that
back to bite you.
well, I told you earlier I didn't have one,
Pressure,
and
no
then
pressure. No pressure.
Kristen reminded me that we had session Wednesday night, and it was um just had a really good session Wednesday night where um Kristen brought back a character that one of our new guys, well, our new guy hadn't met yet. And then she's pulling along the storyline too, of mentioning some things to bring me in part of a new storyline. So that's kind of fun.
Bless you.
So tight.
Nice catch on muting your mic, though. That was smooth.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having the common decency and courtesy to us and our viewers for muting yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of sounding that you have a mouse trapped in your pocket, like somebody whose initials are not Kristen.
Oh,
At least
no,
I'm not eating balls
my
on my.
sneezes are awful.
Do it.
So
Do it.
yeah, it was a good session.
It was
It
fun.
was good. Yeah.
Just
That's
back to
probably
you
my
have
gaming
a
win.
long balls in your
And I
mouth.
had, so I guess my gaming loss would be I was having so much fun that I didn't take that many notes. Like
That's
halfway
okay.
through the session, I just gave up.
Well, it was a lot going on.
Yeah.
There was a lot. That's probably my gaming win. I haven't brought back Kazar in a long time, and that was a lot of fun. I think I forget how much fun it is to play her. When we're playing, and how much how much you guys like her, which makes me happy. I think because you guys are all like, because as soon as I started with the crowd, Noah texts me and goes, "Is that bitch?" I'm like,
Yep.
"Yeah."
Yep. You hear it? I was like, oh yeah. Yep.
But it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun on Wednesday.
Yep.
Awesome.
If y'all
Our
don't know,
text chain
Kristen's
from
go-to
Wednesday
character.
was a little ridiculous.
What was my well, I'm sorry, Jen. What?
Kristen's go-to accent
The
is
only one I
white
can
trash
do.
New Jersey.
That's the only one I can do, and that's it. That's all
And
you get.
it suits the character perfectly. It does. It suits the character perfectly.
Wow, that's all
I
I can
guess
do. So I'm glad.
my win is that I was somehow able to pull off re-lyricking a Disney song
Oh, that was
to
funny.
immediate nuclear doom.
As one does in Fallout.
That was fun.
Yeah, But
for those of
I
you that
I
don't know,
go ahead.
there's a girl on our table because we mention a lot of songs while we play, and she has created a playlist on Spotify that is the Nuka
Yeah.
Brown playlist. So
Yes.
just if you want to tune into that, Nuka Brown playlist. It's
Yeah.
every song we've ever mentioned in game.
I gotta put that
Yes,
on the
and
Twitch
I
stream.
will. Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Bye,
Thank you.
Noah.
So my gaming win is that I don't have one this week, so I haven't gamed at all. I have a game on Thursday. I guess that's my gaming win, and they
Oh,
are
yeah.
in for some trouble. It's going to be a very intense fight at the beginning there. I hope I don't kill players, but if I do, yay. But we'll see.
Sound like my oldest.
I mean, like I never go into it trying to kill players, but if somebody dies, if they die, they die. It's just
If they
You
die,
know.
they die.
they put themselves in this situation, and they're gonna have to figure out a way to get out of the situation.
Go lay
Um,
down.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. That's my only gaming witness is planning out this combat and seeing how rough it gets, which is
Is this
it's gonna
the
be fun.
AD&D group?
No, this is the Rifts group. The AD&D group, I don't run it. I just played it. We played that on
Okay.
Sunday, and yeah, I hope to cause a little bit of chaos in that too. But we'll see. We have to have a talk before that game starts about not running away from everything every 3 seconds and spending 2 weeks in town every time
Stop
somebody
making
gets
your
hit.
players do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's just like everyone's always resting and stuff, and it's like, hey, how about we just be heroes, and if somebody dies, that's okay. Like, I'll die. I'll be the bullet shield. I don't care. It's just like, let's just keep moving forward. So we got a new story for this year. We spent 2 years in a 3-level dungeon.
Hold on, my dog's trying to eat my furniture. I'll be right back.
So that's I'm excited to try out this new story, and hopefully we make some progress. So that's where I'm at. So
Oh yeah.
well, we got dog problems all around. I see. Except for my dog, who's being a good boy and napping back there. You might hear him snoring. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. So the topic at hand. Let's dig into this topic. Oh yeah, just as a little announcement. Shoot. Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland, friend of the show Brian, is having Kickstarter in February next month for Neon Lords miniatures. So if you're
Hell
looking
yeah.
for some
Oh,
super cool
awesome.
miniatures, check it out. I will. I'll try and find a link, and next time we can post it, and then hopefully we'll have him on sometime before the Kickstarter goes live, so he can talk about them and maybe show off some early examples of those because they look sick. I'm definitely going to buy a set just because the characters in the game they look exactly like how my players play their characters, which is insane. You know what I mean? So it's just like it'll go very well with my current tables players. Noah, you should probably look into them too because they kind of match a lot of your characters as well. So it's just something you might want to look into. Just all I'm saying.
Oh,
And she as
I
well.
love Brian shit. So
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, it looks really cool. So that's the only announcement I have. All the other gaming announcements haven't. Oh, and my other last announcement is I might be doing a package opening tomorrow, depending on if hell hasn't frozen over tomorrow or not yet, because it's supposed to be really bad. But my pipes are mostly PEX now, so I should be okay there. But I just got the new Rifts, Savage Rifts boxes, and I think I'll be the first one to do an actual package opening. So if anybody wants to join me tomorrow to look at that, I'll probably do that tomorrow. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it looks sick. I got all the stuff, and we're gonna do a little show off there.
Oh yeah. I need to publicly apologize to Noah for cutting him off a minute ago, just so that's on record that I'm apologizing to him.
I'm clipping that
Not
so you
accepted.
can use that later on.
not accepted.
Unaccepted or not? Wow.
Not accepted. I wanted to tell my gaming win.
You did.
Oh yeah, your gaming
Wait,
one.
No, I didn't. I got cut off. Red.
I'm sorry. I got ADHDs.
She's
Uh-huh.
got the ADHD.
You would know that. Tommy
By the way, number one,
Decisions.
I just want it well known and documented. This is the most amount of clothing I have ever worn on this fucking podcast. You're all fucking welcome.
Okay, hell has frozen over. Texas has snow. Hell,
yeah.
Texas has frozen
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
fucking 6 degrees outside. It's not normal.
You guys don't have like
Joe,
real heaters,
Joe,
right?
Your weather is drunk
have,
and
like,
in my yard.
central
I get it.
Unfortunately, it's also in my yard as well. It's kind of spilling over. So
Well,
I'm
as far as
sorry.
I'm aware, Ted Cruz is still in country.
yeah, like as long as he's in country, you know, no one's dying. As soon as he's gone, people are gonna be dying.
All right, no, I'll shut up. I'm muting myself. I'm coming back.
Or he also does disappear to commit various murders because he is
Come
the
on,
Zodiac killer. But I mean,
Yes,
like, you
Ted
know,
Cruz
that's
is the Zodiac killer. That is factual information we are willing to promote on this
I
channel.
mean, yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is look at him, look at the picture. I'm just saying. I mean,
Your
just
cat's
saying.
in there.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah,
okay.
the cat said.
Okay.
The cat said. I heard Zodiac killer. It was like, oh, is Ted Cruz around? And that's even the cat knows. Even the cat knows.
Mr. Noodles is cool. We like Mr. Noodles.
What's up, Mr.
My
Noodles?
wife's cat that I
Oh,
hate.
look at that family.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Lodestar.
Hey, Lodestar, how are you?
No, so my gaming win is that I got to actually demonstrate for once what it looks like to critically fucking fail your role and still have fucking fun.
Oh, I always do that. Yeah. Let's hear this story. Let's hear a good
Yeah,
critical
because you
role
said
story.
the Disney song for the apocalypse.
Oh, that we won. Yeah, I don't remember what the other thing was. There was something that I had to roll for, and I fucking missed it.
Oh, okay. The song
she has
thing.
better
Here it
notes.
is. Look at this mini nuke. Isn't it neat? Now back the fuck off before my piles of bodies is complete. Something like that.
I said collection of
Something.
bodies about to be complete. Yeah, I remember that. But no, there's
Okay.
that I hit that. I hit that roll, but there was another roll I had to do, and I missed it. And then everybody was like, "Well, you still have 12 luck points, or however many the fuck it was." And I was like, "No, I'm good. I'll need
Yeah.
them later."
Yeah.
Oh no, you
And-
need to swing at one of the characters, and then that little girl put a mini nuke in your hand.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your character finally got a mini nuke to go with the fat man.
Well, to be fair, I've had a mini nuke for a while. It's just
Yeah.
been in
Yeah.
your inventory.
Yeah.
I knew you had the mini nuke. I knew you had the fat man.
Yeah.
And you couldn't use it because you had no mini nuke.
Yeah, no, we found one somewhere. I forgot where the fuck it was, and then you immediately took it from me.
I think
Yeah,
it was in the
Of
Pridwood.
course.
Then keeps taking them.
I think it was in the Pridwood.
Yeah. Which doesn't have a flared base. Oh, it does have a flared base.
Yeah, it
Pridwood
does
does have a
a
flared base.
Well, both the Pridwood and the
podcast.
mini nuke
Vertibird does.
and the Vertibird has a
Yeah,
flared
and the mini
Verti-
nuke and the
like,
fat man.
a
All three have
very
flared.
very large amount of things apparently have a flared base according to the ER. So you know.
We have to check.
But yeah,
A
no,
light
we
bulb does not have a flared base.
that was
That's
it depends
true.
on which way it goes in.
Base.
I'm just saying.
Wrong podcast.
Wrong podcast.
I-
Wrong
yeah.
I'm king shame me. No, I just that was you know, we always talk about it on here about like, you know, it's okay to not roll a nat 20. Like it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it's
You
more
don't
fun
have
if
to
you
roll
don't.
nat 20 and make your checks every time. And sometimes it's more fun to critically fail them. And
Yeah.
the time where I actually fucking critically failed it, like I meant to smack a motherfucker with a fat man, and I failed. And the way it went out is Kristen goes, "Okay, tell me exactly how you see this going down." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna try to smack this motherfucker, and I'm gonna miss, and that means I'm gonna stumble, and now I'm fucking falling towards the damn ground." And then all of a sudden, you know, she's like, "And now here's more chaos for you to play with." So,
Yeah.
you know, it was
And that was the
It- it
beginning
was-
of the session.
Yeah,
I have that
yeah.
note.
This session was
Yeah.
chaos heavy.
Yeah. Honestly,
yeah, this
that's
session I
yeah.
definitely did my fucking job. That's for goddamn sure.
And those make the best stories. The kid who plays the glitter boy in my game is now terrified of worms.
Well, that's new.
Yeah, the worm wraith cast
yeah,
fear
didn't
upon him, and then
Didn't he
he critically was that.
Didn't he walk into the? Oh, we
The
went into
town.
Yeah. He walked into the cult town. That's the fight that's happening on Thursday. But the fight previous to that was the fight with the worm rapes and all that. They cast fear on
Oh
him.
yeah.
He critically failed his fear check, so he's now deathly afraid of worms. And also, he got like a white streak of hair now, like immediately turned white from the fear. So yeah, he's like that's a cool story thing because now there's always going to be a worm somewhere. You know what I mean? Because it's part of his story. It's like now he's afraid of worms. Whenever he sees a worm, he could be like, "Oh fuck, that's a worm! Get that shit away from me!" Even if it's a little
As
earthworm,
we
he can
talked
never go
about,
fishing ever again.
Well, Joe,
because we
just to
talked
let
about
you know, because
how
you're
worms
gonna
hold
need
guns.
Yeah.
you're gonna need a week to prepare for this at least, Joe. Lando is now not only in possession of a fat man and a mini nuke. Lando is now also basically single-handedly in control of an entire town.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
not
not
yet.
good. That's
I
not
mean, he's
good.
pretty fucking close. And also his wannabe sidekick is on her way with an army and a Pridwin, or not a
Oh,
Pridwin,
okay.
a Vertibird.
Okay, cool. We
Yeah,
seem
so
to get a lot of
Kazar and
vertebrates. They don't
Lando,
last very long.
Kazar and Lando are planning to take over Bunker Hill.
Well, Kazar's
Okay.
planning to. Nobody
I
knows
mean-
what Lando's planning to do yet.
I mean,
True.
Eddie's down for whatever. So when he gets back in, he grows his legs
Oh, you're
back
in a
finally.
backpack right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
right?
okay,
we got you, Boo Boo. We took
Okay.
care of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Thank you.
scooped your liquid corpse up into a backpack and carted you off away from danger.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Kazar, I don't know what else is in the backpack, but Kazar grabbed random villager backpack and
Pretty sure
put
it's
you
Scooped
right
you
in
in
there.
there.
Hopefully, there's a lot of food in there for me to eat, and you know,
There was some food. I do remember that.
Okay, some corn soup. Got some corn soup in
Yeah.
there. What other stuff? Oh, was it Gulper? What was it, Gulper sludge or whatever they call it?
Pork and
Gulper
beans,
slurry.
stuff in
Gulper slurry. Yeah.
Well, when we
Alright,
sent
well,
a care package through
there. Ice and rocks.
yeah, we sent another care package since we hadn't
Oh.
heard anything yet, and we sent in a deluxe repair kit, 2 things of jet. That way, Lando OG and Lando 2, who is
Get
now
both.
Luke.
Okay.
Luke, yeah. And 3 cans of working beans, and then we did some rocks for some weight to help it get through there.
Awesome.
So now Kazar's got a rock, and Lando 2 Luke has a rock. So they're very happy.
Awesome. So should we
you're not getting in
dive?
my lap, bro.
Should we dive into the topic of
Hell
today?
yeah.
Let's do it.
Do
What
it.
is a gamer? What constitutes a gamer? What is like? I want all your little tidbits on there. So I know Kristen came up with this topic because people keep telling her that she's not a gamer, even though she plays more video games than I do, and I run a gaming podcast. So and she runs more tables than I do, and I run a gaming podcast. So
Yeah.
you know, like
You run
what?
at least 3
Girl.
tables.
Yeah. I mean, Noah runs like a billion tables, but which his time is for sale. You know, if you're interested in.
That's right. My time is for sale, and I'm down to 1 table now.
Oh really? Oh
I am.
wow.
I am.
Free. The freedom. How's it feel?
I got some fucking time. It's nice. The brain doesn't hurt as much all the fucking time.
I'm
But
trying to get more
I do-
tables going.
I put that other thing that we all talked about to the side because it was just
Too needy and randos and all that.
no. They were fine.
They didn't shower.
Yeah, what Kristen said.
Yeah.
You know, when you get 24 motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and between 24 motherfuckers, not one of you can spell the word deodorant.
It's hard to focus. It's hard to focus. It's hard to stay in the game. But it's just
Well,
like,
let me wrap
like,
this around to the
it's just
topic,
like,
right?
who had garlic today? Who had garlic today? All right.
Right.
Everyone.
'Cause, like, I don't want to sound like an elitist
Oh, look.
prick because I'm not one, right?
That's
But like
No.
I choose to not have my fucking nostrils assaulted. You know what I
have
mean?
have you ever been to a gaming convention in the middle of the summertime?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have. There
It's
Would not
rough,
recommend.
man. Like
there's strategies.
if
You
I ever
just
run games at Gen Con,
keep
we're doing
distance.
it outside. We're doing it outside. And we'll
But
still probably even have a fan, so that I am always upwind of whatever is going on there. Just a fan right
like
behind
so
me. Just
this topic in particular, like it in a way, it's it's silly
yeah,
to
it is
me
silly.
at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Because like I mean, if you consider yourself a gamer, I mean, I guess you would be a gamer. Take over for a second, Joe. Give me just a second.
Like,
Oh, take over. Okay, yeah. So like for me, like, oh sorry, Kristen, you're about to say something.
no, I just think like I find that a lot, especially I don't know if it's just the guys like my age because growing up, like gaming was one thing. It
Yeah,
wasn't a
Sorry,
bunch
yeah,
of things.
my
It's like,
yeah.
Pookie Bear called. I had to pick up.
uh,
Tell her we said hi.
No, my best friend.
Oh well,
Gross. I'm
you have
sending
a
my wife to voicemail, bro.
you have too many Pookie Bears. Like that's
what am I?
I have not one time referred to Kristen as my Pookie Bear.
I thought I thought
No,
she was
Nor
but
will
twin.
I
but
ever.
I thought she was
but
twin.
Brett called you Pookie.
That's because Brett's
Brett
Pookie
called you
number 2.
Pookie.
See,
Yeah,
you
he's
have too
Pookie
many
number
Pookie
2.
Bears. All right,
Listen,
so
you know,
Kristen, you
don't
were
hate
in
the
the middle
player,
of
hate the
saying
game.
something. You were Pookie Bear interrupted,
Yeah,
Kristen.
I don't know if it's like the because a lot of the shit of telling me that I'm not a gamer comes from guys my age
Yeah,
or in the
yeah,
same realm. Because I don't know, like I said, growing up, like I guess gaming was one thing and it wasn't a bunch of things
yeah.
like it is now. But it's if I don't play Call of Duty and other like shit like that, like that's irrelevant. Like I don't exist. I'm not a
Well,
gamer.
everybody
So,
knows only
oh, you're
real
not a
gamers play Call
douchebag
of Duty.
gamer.
Hey, watch it, Jennifer.
No, for those who
He's your
just
government.
play Call of Duty and think that they call themselves if they just consider Call of Duty the only thing that makes you a gamer, then that makes them a douchebag gamer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
okay, so let me finish what I was saying. Now that
Okay.
Bestie's not on the phone. So I honestly, and I hope nobody takes this the wrong way. This is like the silliest of silliest fucking topics that we can cover, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because like
oh no, we've covered
if you
sillier
only
topics.
play
But,
Call of Duty and you call yourself a gamer, then
yeah,
I mean, technically you're a fucking gamer. If
Yeah.
you play dominoes,
yeah,
you're a fucking gamer. If
Yeah.
all you play is tabletop, or if you just fucking play, WoW, or if you
Yeah,
play one
you're all-
game or
you're all-
5
it's
games
all
or all games, you're a
all
fucking gamer.
games.
If you think you're a fucking gamer, you're probably a fucking gamer.
That
Now,
that
is there
80-year-old
fucking
lady in
degrees to it?
Hong Kong is that 80-year-old lady in Hong Kong playing mahjong right now is a
Right.
fucking gamer. Like
And
it's the same
she's
thing.
schooling motherfuckers on her
Oh, yeah.
on
Oh,
her
yeah.
fucking Samsung phone and
Oh, yeah.
taking them to task
Yeah.
for fucking whatever the fuck Hong Kong currency is, right? Like it, but which is why I kind of fucking hate when I hear this
yeah, you're not a
topic get brought
gamer.
up, because I'm like,
Yeah.
it's dumb. Like, are there degrees to what I would call a gamer? Probably. I mean, like
I mean, yeah.
my
like
daughter, she plays tabletop.
yeah.
She's currently playing Roblox on her fucking phone with her best friend, where she has
Yeah.
been since 9 o'clock this morning when she got up. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
That's more gaming than some people have done in
In their
2
lives.
years
Yeah, yeah.
or in their lives, right?
Yeah.
So by technicality, she's a gamer. And then you have
Yeah.
people like me who, have an ungodly amount of games in their Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation libraries. They have bookshelves that look like this
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bookshelves that look like this, and spend way too much fucking time and money and mental fucking effort. So yeah, like both those instances are true. Yes, both are gamers. But
Yeah, I mean,
I just
I get that. I mean, I think it is just sort of like people see it. Like some people don't see it as an identity. Other people see it as their identity. It's their thing. You know what I mean? It's sort of like that's the only thing they have to hold on to, and so that's what they like. They need to have a differentiator between it or not because they don't really have anything else that can define them. Um, and I
Just
hate
a
to
sense
say
of
that.
superiority.
Yeah, well, because everyone has that to a degree in some way or another. Because everyone knows something about something more than somebody else. Like Jin knows more about crafting than I do. I'm crafty, I draw and all that, but like I'm nowhere near as crafty as Jin is. And she would concede, but we're both craft people. But like obviously, I'm just nowhere near as crafty as she is. Does she
My
lord that
sister
over
and I
me?
are
No.
totally different crafters.
Yeah,
My sister and I are
yeah.
totally different crafters.
But like, but you see what I mean? It's like, I mean, there's definitely different skill levels and all that, and different participation. But I think for some people who don't really have much of a social life outside, like, I saw this the most when World of Warcraft was out back in the day. When World of Warcraft was a thing, if you weren't playing WoW, were you really a computer gamer? Because that's all those kids fucking did when I was in high school. All they did was play World of Warcraft, and like it was just sort of like, yeah, like I'm a video gamer too, but I'm just playing things other than this. And I get the appeal, but they'd be like, it would be like they would get home from school, play it, then wake up, play it. Yeah, see, hugely in a WoW. Like I have
Yeah.
no shade towards WoW or WoW players. I'm just saying when like during that era, if you weren't like playing WoW religiously, you really were they kind of looked at you differently if you played other things. It's like I mean the kid
Yeah,
at home
I
playing
remember
Sonic.
that because I didn't get into WoW.
Yeah,
I picked it up, I started it. It wasn't my jam, and then
Yeah.
I got shit because you play Team Fortress and Counter Strike. What
Yeah,
the fuck are you even
yeah.
doing? And I'm like, well, number one, like two vastly fucking different things, and this one actually feeds my fucking dopamine. So you know, WoW makes me want to. WoW makes me want to take my monitor off the fucking mount and assault a child with it.
WoW
Like
it's good. I mean,
I
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
You
It's too much. It's
listen,
too much
Lone Star.
for.
You can't call me a filthy casual. God damn it! I've dropped 300 hours in Elden Ring this fucking week.
But I mean, that was sort of the thing, though. It's like I mean, and also during WoW's biggest heyday, the builds were fucking insane. So like,
Yeah.
if you weren't doing the work and doing all the research and grinding like crazy, you just were not a viable player in WoW, especially on the PvP
Yeah.
servers. If you wanted to play PvP, you
Fucking
had
hate
to be
PvP.
yeah, like you had to be insanely good. Even Fallout 76, which a lot of us play, is like that. Like if you're not doing some insane build, you don't do PvP because it's just going to be really annoying. Because some bloodied character is just going to try and kill you, even though they only have like 5 hit points. It's like like I just want to shoot my Gatling gun at everything. Just let me do that.
So I just fucking looked on Twitch right now. Right. There is 196 people watching somebody play fucking Animal Crossing right now.
Yeah.
Are we
yeah.
really gonna fucking tell that person that's playing Animal Crossing for 200 people that they're not a fucking gamer?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Animal Crossing.
Like, I get it. Like, I fuck with Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. It's not what I main. Like, I main Warzone, PUBG, and fucking Elden Ring. Like, there.
You main chaos, and Animal Crossing is not chaos. It is
It can be.
But here's the
It
thing,
can be.
like I told Kristen today, as she ratted me out to y'all, I was like, might skip the pod because I'm kind of like fucking balls deep into Minecraft on a fucking autistic bender at the moment, and it's gonna be hard to pull me away from what I'm fucking doing. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But, like at the same time, like it's just. Yes, there's fucking levels to it, but like Joe, what you were saying, right? Like when people can only make one fucking thing their identity, that shit fucking drives me up the wall to fucking no end. Like you're telling me as a human being, you don't have more than one fucking thing interesting about you. Period.
Well, so there's a lot that goes into it without going into like economic philosophy and all that. I mean, there is a lot of money behind making sure that people strongly identify with one thing. Like,
Yo, I'm
and
100%
so you're
behind you on that.
heavily encouraged to identify as one thing as much
But,
as
like, okay,
possible, which is really
I don't know
bad,
if
but it's a
I
thing.
don't know if anybody but me or a certain other member of this fucking show is gonna get what I'm about to say. Okay, but partner in crime, I want you to think of a random fucking crackhead that you've met. Got it? Did they have more than 2 fucking stories?
No.
Nope.
Most crackheads don't. They'll tell you that. They'll tell you the
They
same
just
story
have
over and over again.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, the crackheads I fuck with, we got a lot of stories. No, that one kind of backfired on me a little bit.
Wait,
But
no,
I
hold
mean,
on. Yes, but it's a variant of the same story.
but like, okay, so here's the thing. Like, even a fucking like crackhead with fucking 0 fucking future and drive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They out here hustling so they can afford their next fucking score,
Yeah.
and they can tell a fucking story like nobody's business.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you realize the amount of money I would pay an actual fucking coked out maniac to GM a fucking game for us?
if you want to see some crazy
you
stuff,
were
go
able to
watch
tell.
what was his name? Richard Pryor's really early stuff back when like he was just
Oh,
like in
yeah.
New York and he was still like like on the streets essentially. Like he talks
The
about
old
it. It's
Comedy
insane.
Cellar videos.
Yeah, like it's insane the
Yeah,
shit he
that
talks
shit's
about. Like I remember he was like,
fire.
I've never, I refuse to suck dick for crack money. Just kidding, I've done it before. Everybody, like, and he was being 100% serious. Like he's just like, yeah, I've sucked dick for crack money. That was like he was go on stage and talk about shit like that. And it's like that's insane.
But like what I'm trying to break it down to is like even like what society would deem as like the lowest of us.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like that's
Which is
not,
already is that
right, but, like,
stratification is part of the issue. But yeah,
right. I'm not trying to fucking pass it. I'm just trying to like put it
Yeah,
into fucking
yeah.
words everybody can understand. Like
yeah,
whoever society would deem as the lowest of us, and that's up to your own fucking interpretation. At least
Yeah.
that fucking human probably has more than one fucking thing about them.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
But I mean,
this
but
whole
people
fucking, like,
people buy
I
into that
only
shit.
play fucking Animal Crossing, so I'm more of a fucking gamer than the person that plays 12 games. Or
Yeah,
no,
like, no,
bitch,
yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking play
yeah.
competitive Fortnite and you play Xbox Uno, so
Yeah.
I'm
But,
more of a gamer than you are.
I think
And
there
it's
is this.
fucking.
I think people like to stratify. People like to have status symbols. I mean, like most of us are once again neurospicy or have PTSD, so we don't operate that way. We kind of hate that whole status thing because it's like it's
Money up
obviously
syndrome down, baby.
yeah. But I mean,
Money up,
people
syndrome down.
do identify as, or at least have one main identity. You don't believe me? Look at the hippies. Like, I don't know if
Right.
you've ever been around hippies, but they all just identify as a hippie, and it's really fucking annoying. But even amongst the hippie culture, there's people who are more hippie than others, and it's really annoying being around them. Another one would be vegans. Vegans are like the worst. Like, like vegans are like they eat their
Son-in-law,
own so
if you're
bad.
listening, I didn't start this conversation, but I'm fully supporting it, just to
They-
let you know.
They eat their own so bad. Like I have friends who wanted to be vegan, but when they got into it, it was just like you're not vegan enough. You're not like there's like it's just like I mean like every like subculture, if you will, even if you can even call it that, wants to stratify and have this sort of like different levels. When in reality, it's just like we're all just playing games. That's what humans do in
Well, it's
general. Like we've been doing it since the beginning of time. Like we've made dice.
I'm gonna use
out of
myself
bone.
as an example. Okay,
Oh, Jesus.
I play games, a shitload of them, right? I also do nothing at night but watch wrestling and fucking YouTube videos about wrestling. Okay? I own a fucking business where I have literally the most fucking dangerous job in the country. Okay? I'm in the forestry fucking service. Like the thin blue line can blow me like It's not even fucking close.
It's not even
Write
close.
that down.
compared to the fucking mortality rate. It's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Once again, I don't want to get too
And-
political, but like that, yeah,
Yeah,
they're actually
and-
fairly safe compared to most. Other
I'm a husband. I'm a dad. I'm a fucking gym rat. I'm fucking.
You're a menace.
I'm a card shark. I like to fucking go to the bar and hang out with the fucking boys and get
Yeah.
a little too toasty and send fucking ridiculous Snapchats in the backseat of my truck.
Me.
Right?
To me.
That I don't even remember sending the next day, but at least
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
you know,
But there's people who
somewhat
don't
within
have
my
all
right
that
mind.
shit going on. People don't have
Right,
all that
but
shit
it's like-
going on.
it's like I do all of these fucking things to such an extreme that like I could just go, oh yeah, I'm a fucking arborist, or yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm a gamer, or yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking bar hopper, I'm a gym
Yeah,
rat. Like
yeah.
no, I'm fucking like you're you, and what you fucking do and make you happy makes you you. So like that's
Yeah.
fucking you. I don't know why the fuck we have to diddle it down to fucking
I think that's really where the big issue lies. Is that like everyone is that complex, really, when it comes down to it. But it's just that certain people base their identity off of that thing, and I guess that's as far as I see it. I don't really play video games that often anymore. But I still consider myself a video game player, and I still am a gamer in that capacity. I don't play tabletop as often as I want to, but I still consider myself a tabletop enthusiast. But am I MLG or anything like that? No, I'm not that good. But does that make me any less?
no, not at all.
No, if I was, if I was aspiring to be an MLG player, yes, but I'm not. So, like, what's the point? It's just like I don't know. It's just
Well, and everybody plays for different reasons. I mean,
yeah.
my job is so chaotic and so high risk and high stakes
Yeah.
that I play games to detach from that. I
Yeah.
also play games because you guys are my family. The people I chat
Yeah.
with on 76 are also my family. Like, you guys are, because my family sucks. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have chosen. Like,
Yeah.
you are my people, and y'all refresh me and encourage me and support me, and I hope to do the same for you. That's why I game.
Yep.
Is because
To talk
I
about
cannot-
everybody but me, by the way.
Yeah, no, it doesn't count.
No.
But that's why I game. Is because, but it's not. It's a big part of what I enjoy, but it's not who I am.
In all gaming is escapism, but is identity service. Yeah, gamers were at one point looked down upon, and I think there was that sort of like division. You know what I mean? I think. I can see some animosity there because, like, when I was a Dungeons and Dragons player back in high school, you would get like pushed into a locker for that shit. They called us the Dragon Kids for a fucking reason because we were different. And there is animosity because now all those guys play D&D now. Like, I don't care. I'm happy because it's just like rising tides raise all ships. But there are people who do kind of have that animosity from when they were a gamer back when gaming was less accessible. It was seen as a negative, whereas now it's just ubiquitous, and so the thing that they were a part of is now just kind of being saturated or distilled to make it better.
It's like,
also
to
watered down.
Lone Star's part, right? Like, I remember being the only kid at my school that had an N64,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
not because they didn't come from families of, economically strong enough
Yeah,
backgrounds
it
to
just
have
wasn't
one.
what
It's
you
just-
do.
It wasn't what they fucking did, right?
Yes,
Now,
yes.
I was the only person on the fucking football team that was going home after football practice and playing fucking GoldenEye and getting shit for it the next day because, how come you didn't come out to the fucker? What? Because, motherfucker, because we was playing GoldenEye. Like, that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Like,
Get the D.
that's what it was, right? And now it's like, I see it almost as like Like, I was never one of these closet boy band fans in the 90s, okay? I was very fucking open about my love and adoration for shitty fucking pop music, right? But, like, I see it on Facebook all the time. Like, Backstreet announces a fucking tour, and it's like, dudes I went to high school with that used to give me shit
Yeah,
about
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
knowing Backstreet Boys
yeah,
lyrics like,
yeah.
yo, fuck our wives, we all going boys night out to Backstreet. And it's like, wait a goddamn minute, hold on, wait a second. Like, I get
Yeah,
it, yeah, but
yeah,
but at the same
yeah,
time, like, if they shit on me then for devoting dozens of hours a week to
yeah,
GoldenEye and fucking Ocarina of Time, and now they're playing fucking Breath of the Wild with their kid on their
yeah.
Switch.
I
Like,
think we won. We won. That's how I see it. It's like,
yeah, like not only number one did I win, but like B, that doesn't make me any more of a fucking gamer than that
no,
dude
no.
or
you just,
that
yeah.
chick. Like,
I mean,
You just
there
got to
was,
realize it
yeah.
earlier in life than he did.
so
I
You
mean,
got
it's
to
just
embrace the happiness when he tried to
some,
subdue it.
yeah. And some people just don't like the societal pressure of it. You know, some people don't like the societal pressure of people knowing that. It's like, I mean, until like really until Stranger Things, like playing D&D was bad. Like that was just like you play Dungeons and Dragons. Like it was seen as just like kind of like, oh, you're the nerdiest of the nerds. Like you're, like it was seen kind of negatively, especially during
The
the
whole 80s and satanic panic.
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
listen, like I said 1,000 times, my parents were pastors. You do not
yeah,
have to explain
yeah.
satanic panic to me,
I
baby.
mean, there was a massive negative connotation that came with being a D&D player, and now that's not really a thing. Now everyone plays.
It's still a thing. Hold on, when
Not as
my
bad.
ex
Not as bad. Not as bad. Not as
when my
Yeah,
ex
nearly
not
as
found
bad.
out
near as bad.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
my son was playing D&D and shit with me, like, he called me and he went off on me. "This is satanic, this is evil, this is." I'm like, "It's not. Like,
yeah,
we're just trying to get through a wall, my guy.
yeah,
Like, we're
yeah,
not
yeah,
doing anything."
yeah,
But
Dude, we spent
it's
4
still
hours trying to figure out how to
cool.
open the fucking door. Like,
yeah, yeah. This is yeah, 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 yeah.
Why? It's never locked. It's never fucking locked.
But I
yes,
mean,
I
the
mean it.
people don't understand it, and I mean, there is a societal pressure to not do it, and so going against that societal pressure and standing out that way did have a certain level of pride to it because you kind of had to have pride in it because otherwise, I mean, everyone else just looked at you like you were a dirty ass nerd, and so it was. I mean, you kind of sort of had to have pride in it. So being a gamer
Wash your
back then
ass.
was being a gamer back then was a lot different. It was more neck beardy and all that, and it was very like it was like I remember most of the games I played in, I was the only black guy playing, and most of the games I play in now, I'm the only black guy playing. You know what I mean? It's just like it was mostly just neckbeards, and it's still like that, but like there's a lot more people joining the game now, which is nice. But for the longest time, I was the only black guy playing. You know what I
Well, I
mean?
think
And
it's also really accessible now. Like, back in
yeah,
the day, like, so you had to have
you had
some
to,
knowledge of
yeah,
computer programming to understand how
you
to
had
game.
to, you had to search for shit. Like you had to search it out. It's like music. You had to go crate digging to go get it. Like it just you had to find that shit. Now you don't have to find it.
Right.
It's just
Well, I
right
think
there in
there's
front of you.
also when it comes to gamers, if you break it down a little bit, it may appease some others easier, the ones who are judgy. Whereas you
Yeah,
have the casual gamer, the hardcore gamer, and then you have
yeah,
the professional gamer.
yeah,
And pretty much everybody is a casual gamer of some sorts, unless they
yeah,
don't. My husband does not like to let his coworkers know that he plays video games. He said, "I'd rather them know that I like to watch shitty B movies and found footage shit than for them to know that I play video games." Although they they would talk
I
about
mean,
their Xbox and PlayStation on he works in tech,
yeah,
and he works with a lot of nerds, and they'll talk about PlayStation games and stuff like that, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got two," and that was and like once he said that, I know he instantly regretted it because they wanted to try to talk to him about the games, and he's like, "I don't want to
yeah,
talk about games with you guys. I don't want y'all to know that I do all of this gaming."
yeah,
And but he does, and I consider him a hardcore gamer because he games pretty much every day.
yeah,
I game every day, but I still consider myself to be a casual gamer. Um, but
Why?
looking at, I think it's because it's not my main hobby.
Fair.
I
Like, I
think
don't
that may
get
be what
sweaty
it
about my
is.
shit. Like, I don't get sweaty about 76 or anything else. I play to for the social aspect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
just I
same
just want to
here.
put some frogs in some jars. You know what I mean? Like that's
I love
Or
my
some
frogs.
frogs in a junk
yeah
jet.
yeah or frogs
Carry my
junk
frogs around all the
yeah
time.
you
Right, so
know like
Noah's the only sweat lord of the group. All right, I see how it is.
I just
But see, Noah, I would classify as a hardcore gamer.
He's out there running the glass
Because
cavern ledge trying to get leveled up just all day.
I literally woke up this morning. This is what I did today. I woke up this morning, right? Walked out to the couch, was like, it's colder than a well digger's ass. Fuck everything today. It's all canceled. Close the fucking curtain. Sat down, drank my coffee. Wife was like, I'm not going to work today. We should just go back to bed. I'm like, bet, I'm gonna go back to bed. And then I watched a fucking Minecraft video about some new mod that I wanted to install. And she's like, I love you, but I cannot watch another fucking second of this. I was like, okay, I'll go to my office and watch it. And I got up, put it on that fucking TV, and watched it while I fucking installed it right here and then went to work. And I did not fucking move until
yeah
6:30 when I had to go get dinner off the fucking stove and burn my fingertips. So
That's me. Need to eat. I
but
forgot
it's
to eat.
like I don't know. Like, I mean, to what Jen was saying, I don't know if it's like what I used to do when I worked at the factory for a little bit, because I was around a crowd more my age, which is the crowd that I guess accepts games as a norm for recreation or whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want to call it. But like they would always be talking about, oh yeah, man, well, do you play Xbox? We play a lot of Warzone, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have an Xbox,
Yeah.
and I've got
Well, it's also a
one
vibe
in
thing
every
too, though.
room of the fucking
It's also a
house, and
vibe
it's
thing too. Yeah.
well, it's like I
You want to keep it separate. Like you want to keep your
right,
work
like I
life
have a
separate from your
rule
gaming life.
about Facebook.
Yeah,
Right? Like
yeah.
I'm very selective about who I'm
Yeah.
friends with on Facebook. When I
Yeah.
worked at the factory, 2 people got friended by me on
Yeah.
Facebook the entire
Yeah.
fucking time.
Yeah.
And people would ask me, hey man, I sent you a friend request. You gonna accept it? And I'm like, not unless you get cool about a whole
A whole
bunch
lot
of shit
of stuff.
real
Yeah.
fucking quick. So,
Yeah.
100%. Because
Yeah.
we do not do Facebook the same thing. Like you're
Yeah,
here
yeah.
to fucking
Oh, look at
network
those
with
family
people.
photos and yeah.
I'm
it's
here
like,
to shit post
yeah.
and fucking meme
Yeah.
my way to the top, baby. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
make fun of you and crucify every fucking thing that you hold dear on a daily basis,
Yeah, it's like
without fucking
There's
provocation. So
professional Noah and
yeah.
Facebook Noah.
It's like
yeah,
yeah,
right. But they're
yeah,
two very, very different things.
yeah.
Like
I'm the same way.
when
Yeah.
I go to talk to some customer about taking a fucking tree down for them, or trimming it off their power lines or over their roof or something, I'm a completely different person than what y'all get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can vouch
Because
for that. I've been on the phone with him while he's done that, and it's vastly different.
It's like
because
the thing when your
this
mom's yelling at you and then answers the phone, a totally
Yeah.
different switch.
I mean, you
right,
gotta
but like
eat. You gotta eat.
this
Yeah.
this doesn't sell jobs, and that's
Yeah.
not what I need. The absolute fucking diehard professional, I am the biggest fucking shark in the water business guy, like that
Yeah.
guy sells jobs. They're two fucking different things. But like when I was at the factory, it was like, look, number one, I'm not gonna tell you I play games because
Yeah.
I don't want you to try to add me, and
Yeah.
I don't want you to get butt hurt when I go, no, I don't want to play games with you, because then it's
Yeah.
just gonna make work
But
awkward because you can't handle it. I can handle telling you to fuck off
yeah.
and move past it.
Oh, I've done
immediately.
that many a time. Yeah, many a time. Yeah, yeah.
It's
But
like
the thing is,
like
it's
my
also
wife
like
hates it because my wife loves to argue. I
Yeah.
hate it. So
Yeah.
anytime an argument comes up, I go, "You're right,"
yeah,
and
whatever.
she goes, "Excuse me," and I go, "No, you're right, 100%. Whatever you think I did was wrong. I apologize. I was wrong, 100%. You're right.
Let's fix
Let
this.
me fix it, and I'm gonna move past this." And she's like, "That's not what we're doing." And I'm like, "No, it's exactly what
And
we're
that
doing, because I don't want to
infuriates
do
her, doesn't
that."
her?
It
Oh, yeah,
does,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Smart
Smart
man.
man,
So-
no sir.
But it's like, I don't need coworkers
I don't want
like,
to deal with work
with
outside
me
of work.
24/7.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you're part of my work life, not a part of my real life, and that's for a
And, like,
reason.
for I think most of us have played 76 together for brief periods of time on different, because we're all on like
We're on
different
different systems.
platforms,
I haven't
except
played
for
with any of you
crazy
guys. Yeah.
motherfuckers like me on every platform. But like if it's cool to do none of you take this the wrong way. I will play Minecraft with y'all. I will
Yeah.
play 76 with y'all. I will play Animal Crossing with y'all. I will play fucking co-op Elden Ring with y'all to a degree. I will play fucking World of Warcraft and Destiny with y'all. If you fuckers even think about joining my PUBG squad or
I
my
would never.
Warzone
I
team,
would never.
we're
Yeah.
gonna have a fucking
I'm not
problem.
that serious.
Because those are things that I actually take serious, and I'm gonna be like, you need to step it the fuck up, get
Yeah.
good, and then fucking come back to the lobby. Because right now we're not gonna fucking. It's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's not
yeah.
what I come to
Yeah.
those things for.
Yeah.
I come to those things so that I can get the win, talk mad shit, and be the
Yeah.
most toxic ass piece of shit you've ever heard in voice chat to let you know how badly you've lost. Or I can go mine fucking diamonds in Minecraft.
Yeah,
You pick.
yeah. I mean, like, my thing is, like, I mean, like, I play Star Citizen, and I'm not good at Star Citizen, but you don't have to be good at Star Citizen to be good at Star
Right.
Citizen. You know what I mean? Because all you have to do is be able to shit talk and get people mad enough to do, you know, whatever you want them to do, and or scam them. I love scamming people. That's always fun. But I mean, like, I don't consider myself
Wheeling,
like
dealing, scheming, and stealing, baby.
it's completely allowed to scam in the game. So you bet your ass. I had multiple MLMs going on at the same time. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a trapezoid.
Working smarter,
It's
not
trapezoid.
harder.
Yeah.
It's a multi-level marketing business opportunity.
Yes. Until it's not, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
all of your money is gone.
Until you meet Bernie Madoff and you're like, where did it all go? How did I not pick up on this?
Yeah, it is surprisingly easy to scam people, and it's really sad. And it's just like,
You know what?
I'm really glad
Can we
that
just make a factual direct correlation to people who participate in pyramid schemes and those people that play Animal Crossing in their spare time?
yeah, there probably
I
is.
think that's
yeah,
that's a fair
because
comparison.
they're just so innocent. Like they just don't know. Because like I mean, like if I was a bad person, like
This
I would
works like the
totally
turnip market.
like if I was a bad person, like I get the Bernie Madoff stuff. Like I could never do it because I would like hate myself forever. In a video game, it's fine because everyone is out to kill everyone else. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like if you're going to kill me, how about I just take your money instead? But you know, and so it's fun to do it in a game, but like just not in real life. But I mean, being a pirate is just so much fun. It's
what would Method and Red say about that?
yeah, that's true. But you know what I mean. I'm trying to be like, you know, I don't want that shit on my conscience for real. You know, like I don't
You
care
trying to
about
be
money.
RZA, not Ghostface.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah. Oh, Ghostface is
Everybody
calmed
wants
down
to
too.
hear RZA.
Yeah, everybody wants to hear. I mean, the Abbot. He's the Abbot.
Not me.
I'm more of a Jizza guy. You know what I mean? I want to be the genius, liquid swords.
I'm a ODB red man type of motherfucker. That's me right there, through and through.
That fucking tracks.
Yeah, ODB. Yeah.
Crackhead motherfuckers running around.
Osiris. There are so many good ODB stories. I could do like a whole thing of just like ODB walking in drunkenly into like a recording session and then just laying down the best fucking verse you've ever heard. Like, you know, have you ever heard that song Ghetto Superstar? Remember that song back in the day with
Yeah.
Crass? He wasn't supposed to be on that track at all. He was so drunk that he walked into the recording studio and thought it was his recording studio. It wasn't. But he didn't leave because he was so drunk he was just talking. And then he heard the beat. He was just like, let me get on this shit. And then like Prass was like, sure. And then he just dropped the greatest fucking verse they've ever heard. And they were just like, well, now we have to.
No.
Yeah, like they just had to keep him in there. So all the ODB shit that happened there was just him walking into a studio drunk and then just rapping like right off the top. And it's just like, that is the greatest, like, it's just like when you hear the song. What's that?
It's a
That
bard
is some
shit.
bard shit.
Yeah, like ODB was the best bard to ever exist. Like he embodied the bard completely. Like he has like 30 kids. 30 kids. He was a millionaire and still living on food stamps because he was able to convince his baby mamas to give them their food stamp cards. I mean, this dude was barred like crazy. Okay, well, yeah. You're right, yeah. The man literally changed his name to a symbol. The man literally changed his name to a symbol, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? ODB, he's up there. He didn't
Yeah, no, he there.
yeah. But back on topic. I mean, I without going any further, I think everybody wants to stratify, and if you have nothing else really, then you're going to stratify whatever that one thing is into being your like if all you really got going on is that you're a good gamer, then that's all you're going to do. And like the COD kids, they're like that. They only really play COD. They're probably really good at playing COD, and so they make it part of their personality. Like I mean, they make it their personality. That's all they care about. And so like when you're an Animal Crossing player, it's just like, well, I feel like I can shit on this person because they would never be able to be as competitive as I am in that video games. It's sort of like,
To be
I
to
mean,
be fair though, I feel like there's one personality type that lends itself to COD players.
yeah.
Continue. As somebody who's waiting for rank to drop on Wednesday, please continue.
Hold on, you called me the other day and said I almost fought an old man and told him to walk over to me on his good ankle.
It did. Okay,
Case in point.
time out. In my defense, I was defending our beloved art form.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is it okay? No, I was wearing, my red D&D hoodie that I always wear.
Yeah.
Looks like this, except it's not my daughter's school, right? Which I
Yeah.
probably should never wear again now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But so I was wearing my
I
D&D
had to
hoodie.
cover up my work shirt. I had a work shirt already, so this is like, oh, I probably
Right.
should put that.
I'm wearing my D&D hoodie, and my wife asked me, she's like, "Hey, look, I can't really eat anything that's not soft because of this tooth until I get it pulled tomorrow. Can you like go get me a pint of ice cream from the grocery store?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't really want to go in, but yeah, I guess, because I'm just me trolling, and yes, I
Yeah.
troll my wife too, so all of you can get fucked." But I go in there, and I'm digging through the fucking ice cream freezer to find the HEB Creamy Creations butter pecan that she loves and adores so much.
You gotta know what her flavor is. You gotta know
Right.
that's part of
Still
gotta
a
know what
good
her
husband,
flavor is.
motherfucker. Still
Yeah.
a good husband.
You
But-
gotta know your
and
wife's
I
favorite
hear-
ice cream. You gotta know what her taco order is. You gotta know
Right.
that by her Chipotle order. You gotta know that shit by heart. Like you just gotta know.
But so I
It's
hear this
pro
voice
tip, kids.
behind me. I hear this voice behind me go, "Don't you think you're a little too old to be wearing that?" And I was like, I looked to my left and I was like, somebody pulling a goddamn prank on me. This is one of my friends fucking disguising their voice. And I turn around and I see this old man, like old ass man with a fucking cane.
Yeah.
And I went, "Excuse me?" And he goes, "You heard me. Don't you think you're a little bit too old to be wearing a Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt?" My first thought was, motherfucker, it's a hoodie. My second thought, which did not get filtered, was, I don't know, probably, but I'm not too old to turn around and beat your old decrepit one-legged ass and beat you to death half with that motherfucking cane, so keep running your fucking mouth and we can find out, bitch.
Okay, so new question. Is that the first time that you've called me and told me shit like that?
No, of course not.
No.
Case in point. There's
Is
a
that gonna
certain
be the
no, I'm a
last
COD
time?
player.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm a COD player.
I mean, yeah.
Listen, I don't go looking for trouble. It finds me, and I have to stop it immediately. Okay, it's not
Our
my
gang
fault.
best
It's
gang,
not
baby.
my fault.
Third gang, best gang.
I am innocent.
Bullshit.
Listen, I come from a time and a place where it's not okay to just talk shit to me to my face. That's not okay.
I mean,
So
it's
if you
never
do-
it's never okay to just talk shit. Like I mean, that's like why is okay, this is a kind of
Why
off
do you shit to your
topic.
face all the time?
I mean, but like
You're
it
dude, we're
jests. It jests though. Be like
Yeah, we're friends.
what is it with some people who just like think that they can just walk up and talk to you, especially like that kind of way? It's just like it's just like who brought you up to the point where you didn't
I
get your
can
ass
answer
kicked
this.
for that?
I can answer this. You ready? You see this thing that we're doing right now,
Yeah,
right? Where is it located?
online.
interweb?
Yeah.
It's located on the internet.
Yeah.
And the problem is a lot of fucking people today, their only interaction comes
yeah.
from the
yeah.
fucking internet, from them
Yeah.
bitching to each other back and forth
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
who's a worse president, Trump
Yeah.
or Biden, back and forth all fucking day, and they make that their entire fucking personality.
Yeah, well,
So
it's
then
good.
they think when they get into the real
Which-
world, that's not
diatribe.
fucking social media,
Trump people are also some of the worst. They're like the vegans of like the amount of like
Yes.
American flag bullshit. Trumpy bear, what the fuck is that? I'm sorry.
But
I'm
let
just-
me go ahead and
sorry.
expand upon that. Anybody who fucking elevates politicians to god status,
Yeah.
please
I'm
let
gonna
me
to
come to your house and
reevaluate your
fuck your
life.
sacred cows.
That doesn't just pertain to people telling you about their opinions on D&D and shit like
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
I went on a date with a guy, and it was like the third date. Like it wasn't great, but
Yeah.
it was free food. Whatevs.
You got a
he-
third date?
But he told me on the third date that he was going to, and I quote, breed me, get me pregnant with twins, and then
That's right.
send me to his mother to live with for 6 months so I could see how he liked things done.
Ugh.
And thought that all the words that came out of his face were okay.
I mean,
Like, ugh.
How the fuck did he make it to a third
Ugh.
date?
It wasn't like that before. Like it
That's when he got brave. It's like, my mother knows how I like it. What the fuck? That's so Freudian.
Shit.
Like, oh god.
my mom knows how I like to be treated. I wish she'd tell my wife.
yeah.
Was this guy's name Mike Pence, by the way?
No, because Mike Pence doesn't talk to women. He refuses
Yeah,
to be
no.
around women. He doesn't even talk to them.
I do too. It's safer that way.
You
But
know,
no, like my point is people spend so much of their fucking time now bitching back
Yeah,
and forth on the internet
yeah.
that they have forgot what the fucking real world is. Like
Yeah,
there's
it's just
still
like
some real motherfuckers out here.
people have
right?
knuckles. People still have knuckles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you
Right,
can
and,
still
like,
catch hands.
Some of us did not grow up with mommy and daddy making 6 figures a fucking
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
and fucking having the nicest shit. Like
Yeah.
some of us had to fucking cry,
Yeah,
bleed,
yeah.
scratch, cut, and punch our way to fucking where we are. And
Yeah.
if you come at me sideways, don't let the fucking shrill voice and the small frame fool you, motherfucker. Dynamite comes in small packages. And unless you from fucking Asgard or Wakanda, we can run this fucking fade. Try me. Try Jesus, not me, because I throw hands. Okay?
Oh, is that Toby?
That's what
Toby
needs to
Wigwam,
be on
yeah.
the shirt.
Yeah, try Jesus.
Did you
But,
click
like-
that?
Like
It's
that's
true,
the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like nobody this day and age interacts with people on a fucking personal level anymore. Like
Yeah, or even if
That's
they
why,
do,
like,
it's
that's why-
just that weird. Because like to kind of put it into perspective, remember like during what was it like the Biloxi thing where the people just wouldn't move their boat, and there was a giant riverboat coming in a dock, and they didn't remove their
Or you
boat.
did it with the chair?
They got into a fight with
yeah,
people.
that shit was
It's like-
fire.
Like, on what fucking planet do you just not move the fucking boat? Like, in my mind, I would be like, oh shit, my bad. And that's it.
Right.
That's it. That's the end. Like, oh shit, that's my bad. But
My
I'm
bad,
also,
bro. I didn't know. I didn't know I could park here, man.
but
My
I'm not,
bad.
I'm not a person who grew up with all that shit. So it's just like, oh yeah, like, it's a privilege to own a boat. It's a privilege to be here. Yeah, it was legendary. And so it's just like, they put themselves, like, there were so many different things that they did wrong that they fought the security guard. Like, that guy's just doing
Right.
his job. Like, of course you're going to get the shit beat out of you if you fight the guy who's just trying to do his job. And he threw his hat up in the air, so you know that's the the international black
And-
signal
Right.
that shit's
When
going
it's his
down.
job to be black, if you act right.
Wait, am I half black?
He might be. You don't know. You don't know. So it's just like like
I knew my mama was up to some shady shit. And she's
Yeah.
from Louisiana. You never know.
yeah.
But,
It is probably she's oxygenated, as they say. But you know what I mean. It's just like if there is that sort of like people just are like losing touch with like the fact that other people exist in the world and like you have to deal with them in a way that you want to be dealt with. It's very simple to not get the shit beat out of you. It's just like, but like people
Yeah, like,
for some reason are
People
just
never
doing
had
it.
their ass whooped.
Yeah, yeah. It's like once you have that, like you learn. Like that guy should have got his ass whooped. Like who says I'm going to breed you? I mean, that's probably like why he's like I mean
Still
I mean,
dating.
apparently
dating,
all
yeah.
the people in the books that the people that I know read say those kinds of things,
No.
but not in real life.
yeah.
Don't say the quiet part out loud. Don't.
I mean,
Wash your hands.
yeah. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Wash
I
your
mean,
fucking
like,
hands.
I mean, it also leads to like Kristen's whole kinks a hereditary thing. Like he kind of just put that all out. Like that was like wow. Like I said, that was a very Freudian thing. I know we're not talking about gaming too much, but like that. I'm sorry, that was just to tell any woman I'm going to breed you who like isn't like. I mean, like if it's one thing if it's like
Hold on, I gotta
in the
check my wife real
context
quick.
of like a kink thing, but like if you're just like on a date, it's like I'm gonna breed you. It's like what the fuck.
That gave me very much tied to a radiator vibes.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, this
Gypsy
drink.
Rose
Like, no,
2.0.
I-
You can have the drink back. I'm not drinking out of this glass. Please, no,
Ever.
thank
No,
you.
just-
Yes.
No, it's probably more like a probably should call the cops because the dude probably has somebody.
Yeah.
Wait a
Talk to him
goddamn it! Is this the one you fucking called me about? No. Okay. All right. Never mind then.
Yeah, that's
But-
just.
So
I mean, like,
Yeah, no,
there's
you
the
shouldn't
ick,
have called
and
me
there
about
was.
this one. I'd have laughed so fucking hard at you. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
this was forever ago. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure he was on the spectrum.
yeah, but I
But-
mean, like,
Eh,
we're all neurospicy. We've never said any shit like that on a date. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like that is
No.
just that is somebody who does not live in the real world. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that.
no.
Like that.
You
that's
know
would
just
your
say
not-
more
audience,
of like,
people.
I would love to have a
Read the
family
room.
with you.
Yeah.
Read the room.
Yeah.
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 Read the room. If she's wearing all black, knee-high boots, a choker, head-to-toe tattoo,
Oh, then for
maybe
sure
you
say
can
that.
Say that.
Let's for sure
Yeah,
say
you
that.
can
Yeah.
say that then.
Yeah. You still can't say the mom thing though. You still can't say
Yeah,
the
no,
mom
you-
thing.
the mom thing that was a little overboard.
You
but,
can't say the mom thing no matter what, because that's
no,
just
that's
like,
a little Norman Bates-ish. That's a
yeah,
little-
that's like okay. I've got a little Oedipus
Yeah.
Rex thing going on here. That's
Yeah.
ugh.
No.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you can ask, do you like hand necklaces? But like, you
Yeah.
don't ask, do you want to go live with my mom for 6 months?
No, it wasn't ask. It wasn't tell. It was
Yeah,
a
it was
you
a
will.
Yeah, it was a yeah.
That's
it was
the-
a. She knows
Yeah.
how I like it.
And good. She can keep doing it for you.
So was this guy Ted Cruz by any chance? This is-
Or that might not have been. He was probably in Mexico that month.
I saw you Cancun.
yeah, he was running away. It was too cold.
That's why I loved what she posted on Facebook the other day about that. Is Ted Cruz still in the country? I need to know how cold it's going to get this weekend.
You don't know. He might. He might.
I was like,
I
"Ooh,
haven't
bitch,
heard
bet."
anything. I haven't heard
No,
anything. He
he's
could have bounced.
He's like the canaries in the mine. Like
Yeah.
that's how you know. If
Yeah,
ERCOT's
if
gonna
this
fail,
fool's in
that's how you know.
Cancun,
Yeah.
we in for some shit.
6 more weeks of
Yeah.
winter because Ted Cruz
That's
left
right.
the country.
We should make a Ted Cruz tracker. You know, they have like those tracker apps for people who, like the Elon Musk tracker and all that.
Like,
So that
Ted
we
Cruz
know.
override or some shit.
Yeah, like the Santa tracker. Just
the,
have a Ted Cruz tracker for like the
oh,
snow.
Yeah.
I don't want a Ted Cruz tracker. I don't. Because here's the thing.
There's-
I feel
If
like
I
there'd be
know
a
Ted
lot of
Cruz
flights
is-
to Thailand and Jeffrey Epstein's island if he was still around.
If I know Ted Cruz is going to pop up, then I have time
Yeah.
to prepare. If Ted
Yeah,
Cruz shows
yeah.
up behind me and surprises me, we can handle business. And then I'm just defending myself.
It's not premeditated.
Exactly. Surprise me, bitch, because I'm gonna surprise you. That's all I'm saying. I got a couple
surprise me,
bones.
I mean, like you do have problem. Like, here's the thing, though. He is the Zodiac killer, so you can say that the
100%,
Zodiac killer was after.
I added
me,
that.
so-
I added that to the spreadsheet for a topic for next time.
Was that?
What? Ted Cruz is a Zodiac killer?
Yes.
Okay.
He is the
Now,
Zodiac
listen,
killer.
I will say on this podcast with Alex Jones levels of confidence that Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer.
No one
Here's
has
the
Alex
document.
Jones. No one has Alex
I
Jones
have
levels of
Alex
confidence.
Jones confidence 1,000,000,000%. I've never been wrong
if-
about anything.
You would not have that confidence if you had $100 million and you just lost it. Like you would not. Like if your bank
I
account was as
wouldn't
big as
fucking
his.
lose it.
if your bank account was as big as his, yeah, what games are? Ooh, ooh. Well, it depends on what
What
she's
games
into.
are good to use during kink sessions to that topics list? Oh boy, I don't know if we know each other well enough for this.
Because that
No,
can
I
get.
think with that one we would give a broad, this kind of category, or this kind of category, or this kind of category.
Lone Star,
Sure.
before I started playing with these people, I sent them all a survey of, hey,
Yeah.
what is okay and what is not, and that was
Yeah.
definitely not.
Yeah.
I don't remember my survey, and apparently you
That's
don't
'cause I
remember
didn't
it
give it to you
either.
that much.
Oh, that was a really specific trigger.
That was
Really
how was I
oddly
supposed
very
to know?
specific.
How was I supposed to know you're afraid of scents? How was I supposed to know?
Oh,
As your family twin, whatever the fuck we are one and the same. How was I supposed to know that?
my favorite game is What's That and Why Is It There? And there's many
Holy
different ways you can interpret that game.
Anything's a game if you want it to be.
Next
Yeah.
time on Catch Predator. What the fuck, guys?
Oh, Noah,
Surprise,
we should have
Shawty!
if we can, we should have a TCAP reaction show on Twitch, because that would be fucking hilarious. I love TCAP. It's fucking hilarious because it's always
What
the
the
people
fuck's
you
a
pick
TCAP?
to catch a predator.
Ah.
Yeah, with Chris Hansen. It's
um,
fucking hilarious. It's just like
I can't, bro. I can't.
I mean, you want to shoot
I
him,
can't-
but it's just like
I know,
dude,
but like I can't
yeah.
even watch SVU anymore.
Oh, really?
Dude, I used to watch SVU religiously, and then like when the kid was born and we didn't have cable for a while, I stopped.
Yeah.
And then I went back a couple years ago, and I was like, oh, fucking like all of Law and Order is on Peacock, which you
Yeah,
know, obviously I'm
yeah.
a wrestling nerd, so I pay for Peacock. Duh,
Yeah.
What
right?
fucking
So I was
podcast,
like,
goddammit,
so
Noah?
I can watch SVU, so I'm gonna watch SVU because you know Mariska Hot as Fuckate is on that
Yeah.
show, and God is good to us on our TV screens for that reason. So I was like, I'm gonna peep this show out again. I'm starting back at season 3 or whatever the fuck it was, and I got like halfway into an episode, and I was like, I'm never watching the show again. And my wife's like, are you all right? I'm like, no, I'm wildly fucking uncomfortable. And she's like, why are
Yeah.
you uncomfortable? I'm like, because
Your
I'm a
children.
father, and if I
Yeah.
heard anybody say any of these things to my child, I would
Yeah.
be in prison.
There was one. I'm not sure if it was on TV or not, but it was an ex-cop. Which how you get fired for being a cop is already fucked up because it's really hard to get fired being a cop.
They had a good boss. That's how.
And he showed up with so many guns, and, like duct tapes and cameras and all that shit. And they gave him probation. They gave him like 10 years probation. This guy was still out. He ended up going to jail anyway because he broke his probation, I think. But it's just like, what the fuck? It's like this guy was like going to this little girl's house with all this shit, and you already know what he was going
Whoa.
to do. Yeah, like and
my
like
God.
We are so far
Yeah.
off topic.
yeah. Sorry, but yeah, that's just It's just like ugh. Okay. So I guess let's do the second topic, which is how long does it take? How many games you have to be a gamer? I think this is
No, I think we
referring to
covered that.
tabletop.
I
Okay.
think we covered that.
Yeah, I think
Well,
we covered that.
Let's talk about what was it?
Emergency protocols.
Emergency protocols.
Yeah, that's a good little 5-10 minute topic we could wrap up
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
'Cause
Well, I mean,
that's pretty
we could do a whole
universal.
episode. We could do a whole episode on it eventually too. So we'll probably keep it on the topic list because there's a lot you can talk about this. But essentially, you have to create an environment where players are okay with saying like, no, I don't like this,
Yeah.
or just
Yeah,
like,
Kristen.
I mean,
The only player I don't care says
Yeah.
no is you.
obviously the big ones just don't do it to begin with. You know, I've already said on the podcast multiple times that I have seen people do that shit. So who have obviously crossed the line and done weird shit. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, just don't do it, and you won't have to worry about it. Like when in doubt, just don't put sex in your game at all, and you won't have any problems.
Right. But if something happens and either the GM doesn't notice that people are uncomfortable with it or refuses to say something, then there does need to be
Yeah.
another player at the table that steps up and says
Yeah,
something in the
yeah,
moment.
Yeah, but sometimes you could be in shock from that shit if it's really
I agree.
intense. Yeah. Like sometimes it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I've been in that situation where I wanted to say something, but I was just like, it just like he kept adding on to it. And I'm just sitting there like you're trying to process what the fuck is happening in the moment, and it's really weird. Then like after the session, you just kind of have to be like, yeah, that can never happen again. You know what I mean? But it's just like
Well, and we've talked
sometimes it's
about
just
the specific instance at my table that had to happen and that I had to shut the table down immediately
yeah,
for. And
yeah,
if I hadn't had done that and ended the game where it was, I feel like
yeah,
Noah probably would have stepped up and been like, "Hey, like,"
yeah,
because Noah's like my right hand. Noah can read me pretty well and knows how the game's supposed to
yeah,
go. And I feel like if I couldn't have done it, he would have.
Well,
yeah.
no, I was already on the phone
Yeah.
because I was like, "Am I gonna have to get in a fucking car?" Because I've already had a few cocktails. Like I'm primed and ready to go. Like I'm not DUI drunk yet, but boy, I'm fucking swing on somebody drunk.
I'm not DUI drunk,
I mean,
but
Yeah, I've
yeah,
only had
like
6 cocktails. Where's my keys? God damn it!
I like
you
you
got
want to
Shannon
get you
and
don't
Brad.
want to get to that point if you can though. Like there are tools
No.
for that, but sometimes people slip past that, and then like once again, you kind of be in shock by some of the shit people say.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, but it's my responsibility for you guys to create an environment where you're comfortable.
yeah,
And if you're
yeah,
not comfortable with the table, at least you're comfortable enough with me to
yeah,
message me on the side and say, "Hey, I'm not
yeah,
okay," and trust that I will do something about
So,
the fact that you're not okay.
yeah, yeah.
um, what about so and this is still forming in my head, so it's gonna be a little slow. Still loading.
Welcome to the club.
Um,
Keep
so
buffering.
how you sent the consent sheets on like what topics are, you know, the
Yeah,
red flags, yellow flags, green flags kind of things. So that gets sent to the GM.
yeah.
So what if there was a so we put it into like a
I
spreadsheet
have that.
thing.
I have one of those. I can send it to you, by the way. It like
Well,
But
that way the
everyone can
but
see
the
it.
whole table see
Yeah.
so the whole
Uh,
table
but
sees it. So the whole
I
table
have one of
knows
those.
what's off
Yeah,
limits.
and
and
So
my,
that's
it's
there's
just
off.
one more
It's
now.
anonymous. It's anonymous too, which is nice.
Can,
because
I
some of the
play
things that
devil's
were sent to me on
advocate?
this
Yeah, go ahead, play devil's
Can I play devil's
advocate.
advocate for a second? I have
Kristen
a
first, but
slight.
okay.
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Oh yeah,
some of the things that were sent to me on those surveys were private.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Like there was
which
anecdotes there that were private. So I could
Right.
keep the general broad like I could edit it into a spreadsheet of broad
yeah, yeah,
ideas, but
yeah,
I
Yeah.
cannot give specifics because there was 3 or 4 anecdotes that were definitely not
yeah,
for public.
yeah,
Right.
like
And they're in a binder in my
But
NPL Fallout binder.
yeah. Apparently they're not. Sense wasn't in that, so that's on you, Noah.
Yeah, that wasn't he didn't get one.
But devil's advocate, sir.
so like
yeah.
I get and fully support the whole like consent survey thing,
Yeah,
right, or whatever the fuck it's called. You got me 100% on board with that.
yeah,
The only thing that I would say that I have a modicum of a problem with is sending that to everybody else, regardless of anonymity or not, right?
yeah,
Because some people got some shit that they don't necessarily need or want everybody else to be privy to,
yeah. And
right?
I mean, like for me,
And so,
for me, the survey is a very generalized thing. It's very,
right,
very generalized, like obvious stuff, like child harm, stuff like that. And then there's lines underneath that are just for me, which is like, what do you want to say to the GM and
Right.
stuff like that. And then also they can always expand upon that to me directly. But like for me, it's mostly just like I don't even want to know what the details are, even myself, if I don't have to, because I don't want to bring that shit
right,
up with them. So if I can
Right.
just be like, okay, like generally this is not okay, then I have an X card. It's like the X card is just like, in the moment this is not okay. You can text me an X or something like that if you're not comfortable. If you don't want it to be known to everybody, and then also just like, I mean, unfortunately the GM has to read the table, and that's really hard to do sometimes because you have so much to do. But sometimes you just gotta look and see if somebody's uncomfortable. I mean, that's
Well, you
really
can't
the
see-
shitty part.
Why do you think I want your cameras on all the time?
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to say two things to that. Number one, I think a very healthy practice is once you get all those fucking surveys as
Yeah.
the GM, right?
Yeah.
I think it is your responsibility, and some people are probably not going to fucking like this because it is more work, but truth fucking hurts. As the GM, maybe it would behoove you to go, okay, I realize we've had our session 0, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of like our session 0.5, where I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you these are the things that are not allowed to be fucking
Yeah.
discussed, brought up,
Yeah,
mentioned,
yeah.
blah, 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 blah. However fucking
Yeah.
word you want to use that. This will not be tolerated in any sense whatsoever, right?
Yeah. Sorry,
Get that out of the
your
way.
animals were cracking me up.
Yeah,
Oh.
animals are fucking
They were doing the same thing. This is not
bitches be
tolerated.
getting
You're out.
territorial
Yeah.
around me. What can I say? But like the second thing, like on the whole, I the reason I say do that is because then you don't have to share, hey, this is what
This is a problem for somebody. Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
because
and like,
I would
yeah.
never
here's the
do it in
thing.
the first place. I would just squash it and move on.
Yeah.
No, I got it. But like what I'm saying is like even it's like especially for like somebody like me, right? Like I'm extremely good at reading people.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
I've got that shit. You cannot fucking bullshit your way past me. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna be able to pick up on what makes you uncomfortable
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%, right? So like if you go like let's say Kristen sends us out tonight, right? And it's like, okay, well, we have one person that's a little sensitive to subject A, and then another person is a little subject to subject B, blah blah blah. That's all they say. They don't fucking name names. They don't
Yeah.
go into great anecdotal detail. I guarantee you, within 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. She don't fuck with that. He don't fuck with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's none of my fucking business.
Yeah. But
Right, like,
that's
and take
also
it
could be a
back
trauma
to-
thing. That could also be a trauma thing. So a lot of people
Right.
don't have that ability because they had normal childhoods, whatever the fuck that is. Like, I
Right,
don't,
but like take it back to
it's like
like,
I
when
can
I
I can
shared-
read somebody like a fucking book because I had
like
yeah, I
a
to.
can
book,
do
and it's easy. But like what I
Yeah.
shared with Kristen, right? Like the reason I never fucking said anything about that one particular thing is number one, it is I know it is as ridiculous as the look on Kristen's face when I told
Yeah.
her, right? And she was like, "You're fucking with me, right?" Like I get it.
Yeah.
It's
But
a
what was my next
ridiculous
statement,
fucking
though, Noah?
But it's still a
What was my
thing.
next statement?
right. No, I get it. I'm not shitting on you at all. You
Yeah.
were 100% like
Yeah.
Like, then it was a
Back me
genuine
up on
apology
it.
to him.
Yeah.
Hey, I am so
Right.
sorry. We'll
Yeah.
fix it. We'll fix it.
Yeah.
right. But like I'm saying I know it's fucking ridiculous, right? Which is like I don't give a shit if anybody knows that I am fucking deathly scared of the tiniest fucking spider. Like I've
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah,
shot at,
yeah,
stabbed,
yeah.
fucking blown up. Like I said before, if you ain't from fucking Wakanda or Asgard, we can run this fade. If you got 8 legs and shoot silk out of your ass,
Yeah.
I'm running the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's not.
I have a
I make my wife kill spiders in my
Yeah.
house, bitch.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with that bullshit.
Yeah,
like-
arachnophobia on my thing is a yellow for my group. Like
Yeah.
scientists don't have spiders in it because it's like I don't need spiders
But it's
to make
like-
this work.
But it was like one of those things where like, okay, everybody has like irrational fucking fears or rational
no,
if it's
everyone
you,
has
and
it.
that's what
Yeah.
you think it is, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. But like,
I mean, I don't believe in like when it comes to the trauma like that. Like it's not irrational because there's a
No,
reason why that happened the way it happened.
But
You're
Right.
totally justified
like,
to feel that way.
me being scared of spiders and me
Yeah.
being scared to death of getting stung on the dick by a scorpion while I sleep because I live
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Texas is what I would call a rational fucking fear, right?
It is
The
a
one I
rational
shared
fear.
with the
Yeah.
table is very fucking irrational. It is neurotic at best,
Yeah,
right?
but
And it's
I
like,
mean, it's still valid. yeah.
I just didn't want to fucking say anything about
But
it, man.
it's-
I never thought
it
it
is
would come
rational.
up, and here it did.
Yeah,
So
it
now I
is
gotta say
rational
something about
because
it.
you explained it to us, right? Like it is rational. Like there is a reason
Right.
why it worked, but we didn't need to know that reason
Well,
in
no,
order
and
to
it-
protect you.
hold on.
And I think
For
that's
the
thing.
record, as the GM, if after I had discussed it with Noah, if he had not been okay with it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
if he said, "Hey, I am okay with it," and I didn't believe him, and we
yeah,
have enough of a relationship where he would have been real honest with me about it. I hope that if he did or did not. But
yeah.
if it would have been that situation where I needed to kill that whole
Yeah,
avenue
you
of
just kill it.
what we're doing, I
Yeah,
would have stepped in and been like, "Hey, you know what? I don't like the way this is going. I
yeah,
can't come up with something as a GM." I would have stepped in that role of it was my problem.
yeah. It's my fault. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
to Kristen's exemplary defense, I will say that 72 hours later, I was playing this game, so I don't have to
I-
name it and Kristen go one fucking podcast, right?
Oh,
With
I know what that one is.
with the boys sitting around a table, right, putting cards face up. And one of them was like, "Oh, we're gonna, what are we putting on tonight?" And the homie was like, "Oh, well, I got this new TV. I need to see how the Matrix looks on it." And I was like, fucking twice in one goddamn week. And then I was like, I just worked through this 2 days ago. Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah,
Like, I can enjoy the Matrix again.
yeah.
So, like, you know,
yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
No,
no,
it's
you're
good.
good. Like,
Yeah,
I'm giving you a compliment here. Like,
Yeah.
it was like I have scrolled past so much fucking shit in the past like year and a half for that specific fucking reason. And like in the last 2 months, it's like, fuck it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
and it's fine.
Exposure therapy.
yeah.
Yeah, exposure therapy. Mike Pence.
I was fully ready to step in and kill the entire storyline.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, I think
care.
that's just it. It's just
And I
like
think
you
the
just
whole
say no.
table would have been on
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
with
even
that
with that
too.
explanation, though, I'd have been like, you know what? I don't like the way that this played out because it was last
Yeah.
minute and I hated it. So
Yeah.
let's try something else.
Yeah.
In my full effort to protect what no one needed.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
no
and
one would know that it's a problem.
yeah,
But
and like
here's the other
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It has forced me to play Fallout differently in the last couple weeks.
Oh,
Because number one, now not only do I have to go, okay, if I'm gonna fucking do something, this has to be replicated
yeah,
and replicated easily because I have another version of myself, right? And I have to walk through and go, okay, well, yeah, he is a version of me, but he's not necessarily me and he's slightly different. So how would that play out? And it's forcing me to, not that I don't always play outside the box, because there's only one box that I believe in. And it's
And it's
not
the
the fucking,
Xbox.
well,
I don't
no.
know.
I think he
Long
was going
podcast?
for a
You know,
more adult.
Wrong
yeah,
podcast.
that was a HBO After Dark joke. But like it's made me kind of not necessarily go outside my comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm having to change how I go about playing the character.
Yeah.
And I think that it's making it a little bit more interesting and giving
A little more
a
engaging.
otherwise fucking emotionally depthless character some
Yeah.
fucking depth.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, the Orlando ain't got a fucking depth to him at all,
No.
right? But now it's starting to kind of
Yeah,
expand and
expand.
expound, and so it's it works. It works.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
You
I
know?
think for most people, they just kind of don't want to be in that situation. And I think as a GM, you just kind of have to be like, okay, we're gonna squash this bug. You don't even have to mention it. Like, you can just be like, I'm gonna just back up on that thing. We're gonna do this thing instead, and then just move forward as quickly as possible.
Let's
I think
retcon
that
this and figure it
yeah.
out.
I think that usually works. So you don't really want to single. Sometimes you do have to tell a player, they're like, hey, we can't do this because everyone's having problems with it, and then you move forward. Or if I'm having problems with it, I'll tell them too. And it's like, if they don't handle it properly, then they're just not mature enough to be at your table.
Right.
Well, see, like
'Cause
I have a rule at my tables, which is you're never gonna hear me outright blatantly say no.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
shouldn't ever come
yeah.
up. If it does, it fucking means no.
Yeah, it means no. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
You
just in
like, you
life
see
in
what I'm saying?
general. That's just in life in
It's
general.
like
yeah,
it's like we're all here to have fun, and I
yeah,
want you to have fun. And like I've said, my philosophy is I give you the toy box,
yeah. You
you
play.
choose what to do with it,
Yeah,
right? I'm Epic Games, you are the person playing Fortnite, right? You
Yeah.
have all the fucking different toys from all the universes at your disposal. You do what you want to. If you want
Yeah.
to be a fucking no life fucking builder, fine. If you want to be an actual decent human being and play zero build mode, I respect you as a human. But we can all still play together, right? But when I say no,
No, yeah,
there's a
Yeah.
fucking reason that I've said no, and
Yeah.
that's the end of that.
yeah, yeah. And I've done that before, and luckily my players have always been respectable. Well, I had one player years ago that wasn't, but we don't play with him anymore because he was always a problem. But
Yeah.
I mean, like every time I've said no, and I think I've said no to almost all of my players at one point. Like we can't do this. They've always been cool with it because like, they don't even think twice about it. You know why? Because it's just like, oh, like obviously it's somebody's not having fun with this,
Right.
or it's taking the campaign in a direction that people wouldn't enjoy as much. So whatever, yeah, that's fine. Like we've all done it. I'm not sure if I'm sure I've been talked to about that as well. Like I just don't even remember because well I just didn't take it personally or anything. It was like oh okay no okay cool go this route
Well, and
okay
you are so good at reading the table and reading each other on the table.
yeah yeah
that y'all don't really do that. Like y'all are
No.
very much all on the same page with where this campaign is going.
I mean but like
Right.
to
And
be
we've been doing
Wait,
this for 2
campaign's going
years.
somewhere?
yeah I mean to be fair though we have like all of the guys that are currently at the table have had a conversation with a woman before. And it's the guys who haven't that immediately bring up disgusting stuff as soon as they see a woman at the table, and that's really where a lot of the problem comes in. Is I've noticed that like it ramps up once a girl is at the table. Like when,
Oh,
when
yeah.
a girl is at the table, it just gets really weird. Like there's like because when guys are amongst each other, like if it's an all guy table, it might get I'm not getting lag. I'm not sure.
My computer's gonna die though.
Like when it's all guys in, but you might get like dirty jokes and stuff like that, but it's all surface level. But as soon as a
Yeah.
girl is at the table, it gets really weird. It gets dark for some reason.
Well,
And
and it happens in game chat too,
My
like
man
on,
said-
Yeah.
on 76 party
yeah,
chat.
yeah, yeah,
And I am one of those that I'll match you 1-for-1 and I will one up you
Yeah.
every single time
yeah,
until you stop.
yeah. But like I guess
That's
it's just
fair.
sort of like and it's just because like I don't know. It's like this is just sort of like I talked to my friend Angela about this because, like, because she was one of the targets of it, and it's just like I really want to tell this guy, like, don't just walk up to girls you don't know and you're not cool with and just talk to them about sex, because when you do that, they know that as soon as you're looking up at them, that's all you're thinking about, and that's all you're regarding them as. So it's just like as soon as you do that, it's like, oh, okay, this guy is thinking about having sex with me right now. That's what the girl is processing as you're sitting there. You don't know her. You're talking about sex to her, like, and so it's just like this is rule number one. You don't do that, and the fact that you don't know that is scary. It's like that thing they want to be looked at as a human being, and that's why, like, you got to get past that point. And I had a lot of players who did shit like that, and there was just one who like that was what all he did is like as soon as the girl like was around, it would get into like the most disgusting shit possible. It's like these aren't your friends. These aren't
Yeah.
people you're cool with who you can joke about stuff like this. This is this fucking stranger, and you're making eye contact with them and saying disgusting shit
Well,
to
it's
their
like-
face.
And
It's
it
like
happens
I mean-
a lot. Like in game
Yeah.
chat, I'll be in 5 minutes with guys I don't know and the rape jokes start.
yeah. It's just like
It's like Kristen
just-
and I are excellent friends,
yeah. You guys
the
can
thing,
say whatever
right?
to each other, and it's fine.
We don't
but
cross the
we
line.
don't.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can go through my
Yeah.
phone,
Yeah.
and like my mother would be okay with the
Yeah.
most of the conversations
Yeah.
that me and this fucking idiot have had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
we
you know
talk
what I'm
shit to
saying?
each other, but we don't.
Yeah.
Right, like,
Because
it
like
doesn't-
they're
It doesn't go there because it's not going to go.
Because
Like,
you're
there's
not
no
thinking
reason
about
for
it.
it to fucking
You're,
be there.
you're not even thinking about it. That's the thing.
Right.
It's like the whole point is you're letting everyone at this table know that you're thinking about it, especially the
Right.
person that it's directed at. And it's just like, I
But,
know
like,
it's kind of
right,
off the top, but it's just like, it's
I've
just,
said 100
I
times.
can't just, sorry.
I've said 100 times. I play bards,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
play
yeah,
them
yeah,
very stereotypically for the most
Yeah.
part, right?
yeah,
How many
Yeah.
times y'all tried? How many times y'all seen me romance an NPC?
yeah, 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 no.
Inanimate object?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
NPC?
No.
Never.
Because it makes the GM uncomfortable. Because it's just like, yeah,
Makes me uncomfortable. I don't
Yeah.
like that shit.
Yeah,
I
like-
don't want to
like-
fucking pretend to have a fucking fling with you over
Yeah,
fucking.
Cockroaches
it's-
and horses, maybe, but
yeah.
Yeah, cockroaches and horses. Yeah, 100%. We're
I mean,
here for
like,
that.
it's
But,
just like I don't think people like they even like they're so inept that they don't not inept, but like socially
No,
inept
that's
that they
the
don't
word.
realize
that's
that
the word, inept.
that they
We're
don't
real here.
realize that like everyone is uncomfortable because everyone knows what's happening right now. It's just
Right.
like, please don't do this. Like it's just like I'm sorry that I'm like going down this diatribe. It's like I don't want to say it was a traumatic event for me because I wasn't actually anything was directed towards me. At least not in this situation. There were other situations, but I mean, yeah, and we found out later that he did want to,
yeah.
and it's like you're not surprising anyone because you spent 15 minutes describing this thing. Like it's like
Right.
I don't know.
Well, and
it's
here's the
just,
thing though, like in that
ugh,
situation,
like,
it puts me. I'm putting this on myself right now. It
Yeah.
puts me in an awkward situation because not only is that energy coming towards me, but
Yeah.
now I have to figure out how to A, deflect it. B,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my partner about it, and I have
yeah,
to defend
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
to my partner.
Yeah,
Because
every
now
time
you
you do
know,
that,
right.
yeah. Every time you think, yeah, because you have to tell them. You have to tell them as quickly as possible, out of respect. And then, but luckily, her
Right,
husband
and
was
I
after.
like Pookie
yeah.
number 2 way more than I like hers. And you think I want him mad at me? Fuck
Right.
that.
But I mean,
No.
like beyond
He
that, it's
bought me a
just,
beer.
it's
He
just
did buy you a
like
beer.
it's
bought you an ice
so
cube.
uncomfortable.
Kristen never bought me a
Yeah.
beer.
Because
bought you an ice
to talk about my friend Angela again, we were like, she had to seduce somebody to get around them, and I was just like, okay, like I stopped the game. And was like, okay, we gotta describe this, but like not make it weird. I don't know how to do that. I was like, I don't know how we could do this. And she just like, looked at me. It's like I seduce him by being a woman, and I was like, fair enough. And then we just went past it, just like, yep. She was a woman in front of the yeah like it's like okay like because I just did not want to go that route. I didn't. It's like okay, like I know it's gonna be story breaking, but it's just like I don't feel comfortable doing this.
Well, and that's like Kazar interacting with Lando. Like
Yeah.
she's
That was
calling
a really
him
good answer,
like
though.
that, but she doesn't.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
never going to cross the line of like it's enough for him for the characters to know that she wants to help him, support him, whatever. But it's not
Yeah.
enough to be like, oh my god, that's uncomfortable. Like
Yeah, yeah. And if it's like a couple on the table
Right.
making cute jokes, whatever, fine. Like they're a couple, they're doing their thing. As long as it doesn't get like gross or anything like that, I really don't care. It's just that.
It's like, and bring it back once again to Kazar and Lando, right? Like,
Yeah.
Kazar wants to do all these things to help Lando.
yeah,
Lando is only using that to his
yeah,
benefit.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
He's like, I have a useful idiot at my side. Like, I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
how can I exploit this for my
I-
fucking betterment? Like, that's
Yeah.
all it fucking is. That's
Yeah.
why you like the fucking thing came up like when I was introduced to that fucking character. It
Yeah.
was, where's my wallet? Where's my child support? Here's your child. And it's like, okay, number one, I can get weird about this and go, hold on. No, we're not
Yeah.
fucking doing this.
Yeah.
Or you can use your fucking little, the
Yeah.
gray matter up here, and
Yeah.
you can go, all right, I have a choice here. Do we do this and do we tell a fucking story, or do we make it really fucking awkward for everyone at
Yeah.
the table?
Yeah.
And what did we do?
Or both.
We made a fucking story,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, like
you
I've
also
watched
told
enough.
And she is a memorable character.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Also,
Now,
I've
the only
watched enough
person
Maury
that it's
Povich
awkward
know
to
that.
is
Yeah,
is the new person at the table who has
yeah,
no fucking
idea.
clue what's going on, but
yeah,
is playing a copy of my character, and
yeah.
she don't know that.
But I mean,
But-
I hope I didn't make you uncomfortable with what I was saying. But I just was like, it's just like something that I kind of needed just to like talk about
No.
because it was just sort of like
No, you're good.
I've seen it, and it's just like it's something that just does not need to happen. You know what I mean? It's just like it.
Yeah.
It was just like a very uncomfortable moment for us,
Absolutely.
and yeah,
But I do think that we do need to wrap this up because we got hosts with computers dying.
Sorry, I'm away from my
Oh.
desk.
oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Should we do the
I blame
outro?
Texas on whatever lag I keep getting back and forth.
It probably is, bro. They shut
it's-
my they called me to shut my internet off. These bastards.
Well, that was polite.
They said, "Well, you're the only person on the grid that has service, so we need to disconnect you to get everybody else back on." I said, "Did I pay my bill? Yeah. Fuck them. You know, no, you're not gonna disconnect me for 3 hours in an ice storm, asshole. What's wrong with you?
I'm about to get kicked out.
I'm down in the
Alright.
mines on Minecraft."
All right, outro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your weekly fucking shit show, according to the Degenerates for Dice Monday Night RPG Talk Show. Join us next Monday, 7 p.m. Central, the only time zone that's fucking real and or matters. Even if we do have this little thing called ERCOT trying to fuck us in the ass right now. Better not turn my power off, assholes. But yep, it's been real. We actually had fucking topics for once. We're gonna have topics next week. I promise. We're getting back on track. We're being
Yeah.
professional like we used to be. I know.
And we always take suggestions.
Yeah, we always take suggestions.
Yes, and the people that can
Deathmatch
read
Island
read
coming
them.
soon. Deathmatch Island coming soon to
Deathmatch Island
Here,
coming
yeah.
soon. Stay tuned to our socials for any kind of fucking updates, bullshit. And if you
Yeah.
want to send us some topics and you want to hear us talk about them, fucking do that too. And we'll
Yeah.
hit them up. But for Joe, for Jen, for Kristen, and moi, we're fucking out. We'll see you next Monday.
All right, we'll
Bye,
see
y'all.
you. Bye.
Wu-Tang, motherfucker.